Hi friends, Mindy here with a process video for day 23 of 25 Gifts of Love from Bythewell4God. This is the devotional for December, and I opened up to day 23. I like to have that work out while I'm working, so I just took that off to the side. And here I'm showing I have already typed out the main verses for this scripture, and I'm modeling this after a card, day 4, that I have already done, and where I included, pretty significant portion of scripture on the inside. And so I just typed it out on the inside and left the flap open. And it's just, this card is just held closed with a paper clip. So that's how I am going to do this card today as well. And you'll see me open it up several times to make sure I have it oriented the correct way. But here I am using the Bythewell4God coordinating paper that you can buy to just cover the front side of this card. This cardstock pattern paper is just, it's awesome. I love it. It always coordinates really well, and it's a really good quality of cardstock. So here I'm cutting out the number 23, and I'm just going to cut around that, and then I'm going to round the corners. And the main verse that we are focusing on today is 1 Peter 4:16 through 19. I read from the King James Version, so I'm just going to read that. It says, "Yet if any man suffer as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God on this behalf. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them that obey not the gospel of God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of God commit the keeping of their souls to him in well-doing, as unto a faithful Creator." That is the main verse. That's what is typed on the inside of this card. And so here what you see me doing, I am using a section of a digital pattern paper that you can purchase to coordinate along with this kit. And it had a bunch of rows of houses, and so I just cut out one of the rows, and I just glued that down. I left a little bit hanging off of both sides so that the houses would hang off. I just feel like that looks better when the design is kind of hanging off. And then I felt like that 23 needed something with it, so I got out that little bell die cut. Looks like a gingerbread. And here I am doing the title tag, which is going to say victory, using the coordinating alpha stickers that you can get. These are like clear sticker paper, and they're really great. I cut out quite a bit here because I had to redo that tag because I didn't have a tag that was long enough. So I ended up having to remake that. But anyway, here I have everything kind of laid out the way that I think it's going to go on, but I haven't glued it down yet. And I am using some jute that I'm going to thread through that tag. And whenever I use this jute in particular, I thread it through and then I tie a knot before I tie a bow. And that just keeps it from kind of getting too loose to keep the bow tight. And so it just really helps. I don't know why this jute is that way. I don't have this problem with baker's twine, but for some reason with this jute, I have to tie that knot, and it just helps it to stay securely on there. I'm kind of fiddling with it. It's really finicky stuff, but it's okay. And so I think this is how I am going to have this card, but I am not 100% sure, so I just slid everything off to the side, and I will start working on the back. And this pattern paper here is another printable from the digital set that you can purchase, and it looks like Christmas lights, and I just thought it really coordinated, the colors coordinated well with the pink that was on the front side. So I glued that down, and I'm just cutting around the card. And then just trimming off that little bit of excess. And now I'm going to add some washi tape. At first I thought I was going to do it at the top, but it just didn't have enough room up at the top, so I decided to do it down at the bottom. And this actually covers the gutter, the fold of this card. So here I'm just running my fingernail through there and really creasing it so that it will bend and fold easily. Washi tape is really forgiving, so it's not a problem. I just put it there. And then I was kind of bothered by all of the white space on the bottom side. So I decided I would just add a little bit of decoration in there, even though unless you open up this card, you won't be able to see it. But you am cutting out one of the digital elements that you get when you buy the kit. This little bird with the earmuffs, I just think is so cute. So he is going to live in here. And I just printed those out on white cardstock. And then here I have some more of these elements. These are on sticker paper, clear sticker paper. So I'm cutting out this little pink gift, and I'm just going to stick that on there. It's the great thing about the printables, the digital elements. You can print them on sticker paper, you can print them on cardstock, you can print them so many different ways. It just gives you a lot of variety. And especially when you have a project like this that was 25 days, being able to reprint those elements as you need them is just a added bonus. So here I've taken a sticker from the kit, and it looks like a postage stamp, and I just stuck that up in the top left corner just to kind of balance that card out. And now I am gluing things down on the front side, and I glued down the tag, and I'm gonna fiddle with the paper clips a little bit. I decided I needed more contrast, so I changed the color to this blue one that I had in my stash. And I'm just putting that there, and I had to pull out the other card to see how I had all of that adhered to make that work. So I am going to glue down the bell, and it's flat up against the pink cardstock. And then this number 23, I'm going to use my tiny attacher, and I staple that, and I kind of stick my finger down in there to kind of make it a little space in there. I don't want it real tight. I want my paper clip to be able to slide really easily down behind there. So I just created kind of a little notch for it to go in there. And here I am making a journaling card so that on the back side I can make a little hinge that's going to hold the other two verses that are mentioned in this entry. I like to include all of the verses that I can every time, especially when I'm not working in my actual Bible. I just like to include them all. So the one is in Matthew 5:10, and it says, "Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." And then on the back side, it's going to be 1 Peter 4:12, which says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you." So that's what I'm writing out here. And now I'm just going to use that snowflake washi tape, and I'm going to make a little hinge on the left side so that you can flip this open. And whenever you're gluing these down or using washi to make a tip in like this, it's important to kind of keep the washi smaller than the width of the card so it doesn't extend too far. And then I'm opening it up, and when you do it like this, there's always a little bit of washi that's kind of exposed, that little sticky part. So I always put a second piece of washi on the inside, and it just makes that hinge really secure that way. And so here you can see how my paper clip is going to hold that journaling card closed as well. And I decided that the bottom right hand corner there just needed a little something to kind of balance out the blue on the other side where that washi tape was. So I took one of the postage stamp stickers and just kind of hung it off the corner there, and then I'm going to trim around it. And I like having elements kind of hanging off the page. It just gives it some more interest. And I did end up covering up a couple of the letters, and even though the sticker's clear, it kind of dulled it, so I just wrote over it so it was easier to read. And this is what my card looks like now. And as I opened this, I decided I needed a little something on that side right there. So I took the kit sticker, and I use these stickers in a variety of different ways every month, but this time I decided I was just going to use it as a little hidden element there for when you open up that journaling card. And this is how the finished card looks. These are some close-up photos, If you liked this video, I would appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell to get notified when I make more videos. And I thank you so much for watching. Have a good day.